if you're dating in your 50s, you definitely want to make sure that you do have your job and your finances in order and on track, because women don't want to be with a man who's in his 50s and broke or in debt or who doesn't have a job. Libido. Your testosterone has or will be declining. It steadily declines once you get past your mid-20s. And when that declines, you go into the cuddle phase of your intimate life. Dependence and independence. Does she have dependence? Do you have dependence? And how much independence do you get because of that? If that's really a deal breaker for her. So,
gee, the number one thing women in their 50s are looking for in men, according to this queen, is money situations. Wow, can any of my male viewers say they are shocked and shaken about that one? Here's the thing, ladies, and this is not meant in a negative manner. Most men in their 50s who are single have been burned pretty bad by family court. They are very protective of their money, and no matter what most single women in their 50s think, these men have little intention to give them full access to their finances. Let's be real. After getting half their finances ripped from them, they aren't thinking, wow, how awesome it's going to be going through all this again in their 50s. But hey, teach their own.
Damn, skip me.
Moving on.
Guys on dating sites, let me give you a little heads up. 1, first thing we see is your picture. It's the very first thing. If that is not a good thing, we're not going to say yes. We're going to say, oh no. We don't want to see a picture of you with any other woman. It needs to be just you. Group pictures? How are we to know which one is you? Then, pictures of your dogs and cats, they're adorable. But that's not what I'm looking for on a dating site. I want to see a picture of you. Then, putting a picture of your kid, it's kind of creepy. We don't want to date your kid. Put a picture of yourself. Then, your high school picture? No. You peaked in high school. We're not going to talk to you anymore. Put a recent picture that's decent and of you. And only you.
Guys on dating sites, if your picture doesn't look good, then women like this are not going to say yes. You have been warned. Yeah, you guys have got to step your game up on the presentation. I mean, she said your adorable dogs and cats are not what she is looking for. She knows exactly what she is looking for, and that is you and only you. Now, this is the part where I ask, if she realizes that her SMV isn't really, I'm gonna say not high, as in she is no supermodel to be throwing around any demands or any type of advice. Look, this is the way this gorilla sees things. If the bulk of the men that hit her up on dating apps have slapped together half-effort at best type profiles, well, the pattern would suggest those are more than likely the men on her level. Let's be honest. I can almost guarantee that for that section alone, there are going to be comments on this video saying the guy she wants needs to put in pics of him eating at an all-you-can-eat buffet, or holding up a full bucket of fried chicken, or him getting served a half dozen stacked pancakes at a local flapjack house. Moving on.
If you're a woman over 40 and you're just getting back into the dating scene, this is the #1 secret to finding the perfect partner for you. When you're single and ready for a new relationship, it's only natural to daydream about what your perfect mate might be like. You might imagine what they look like, what they sound like, what their hobbies are, what it might be like to travel together. This natural instinct to daydream about a future love can easily be transformed into one of the most powerful techniques for attracting your perfect mate. This technique is called envisioning, and it's really just daydreaming while holding a specific intention in mind. The intention usually takes form as a question. Instead of letting your mind wander, you focus on the question. You allow your mind to mull over the question without being attached to the answers that surface. But here's the trick to making this a truly powerful attraction technique. Don't ask the question about your future mate. Ask the question about your future self. We rarely envision ourselves in our future relationships. We assume that we'll be the same as we are now.
How about instead of daydreaming about your perfect Prince Charming and the future castle he is going to carry you off to, you, as a middle-aged, a decades plus post-wall smashing queen, should set your feet in the harsh pavement of reality. Look in a mirror and realize your actual SMV, which will allow you to have a realistic measure of the type of man you can attract for a LTR. Oh, was that too harsh of a suggestion this block-headed gorilla just blurted out? Well, ladies, for as much shock and offense you may have gotten from that statement, it will shock you even further when you find out this is basically what men are told from day one of dating. The difference is the bulk of men accept it and work with what they have, while the bulk of women will call this insulting as they complain they can't find a good man and deserve better for reasons.
It's actually really dangerous to envision yourself as static. If you look back at yourself a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, are you the same? The truth is you're changing all the time, and if you're envisioning a long-term relationship with someone, you should expect to change over the course of the relationship. Your ideal partner shouldn't just be somebody who can love you today. They should also be somebody who wants you to evolve the way you want to evolve. In other words, they should encourage you to be the person that you want to become. Here's a quick exercise for this. Close your eyes and envision yourself 5 years from now. Don't think about where you're living or what you're doing for work or what your family looks like. Just focus on your core qualities. How are they different from today? What does it feel like to be you 5 years from now? More laid back, more balanced, more adventurous? What do you want more of in the future? It might be more courage, more freedom, or more self-control. The Answers That service will give you a sense of the direction you want to move in. Once you've plotted this internal roadmap of yourself, when you're meeting new people, you can ask yourself, does this person bring out the qualities in me that I want more of? Will this person support and encourage me to be who I want to be? Or does it feel like they would do the opposite? Choose a partner who will love you now and will also love the person you're constantly becoming. If you're getting back in the dating game and looking for your ideal partner, DM me Perfect Match and I will send you my free guide to finding love over 40.
She said your partner should encourage you to evolve the way you want to evolve. Yeah, there is a definite chink in the armor there, coach. You see, most women believe men should meet their high demands all women have, while at the same time, he has to accept her the way she is. And it's also no secret the bulk of women have a delusional sense of their own SMV. If you add all that up, the end result of that evolution is her becoming more delusional and him becoming more of a beta imp chump. And notice the advice this coach gives is all based on me. As in the future when you have a lower SMV, what do you want more of for yourself? It's all about getting something from the man and nothing about what you offer a man. Has anyone ever noticed that these coaches usually don't give advice to women of becoming the things men are attracted to while simultaneously advising men to offer women more of whatever they want? I'm not saying this particular coach is like that. I am saying the trend is evident to most men who listen to this type of advice. How about some alternate gorilla advice that may help you over 40 years of age dating queens, save you time while raising your chances of landing a man who will probably be a solid bet for a LTR. It's real simple. Find your true current SMV, then look for men who are in your level of SMV, then find out what those men want in a woman, and then try to be those things. Simple yet effective. Perfect!
And from Robbinsdale, Minnesota.
Moving on.
If you're a woman in your 40s and complaining that dating pool is too small, let me remind you that there is no other age that give you that many opportunities in a dating pool than your beautiful 40s. You can literally date anyone from the age of 20 to the age of 60. So yeah, we're in luck, sis. But let's leave aside those in their 60s for a while and focus on dating younger guys. Is it strange to go for a drink with a 25 years old guy? It is at first, but then you realize how fun and refreshing it can be. So let me tell you some of the benefits of dating younger guys. They are more fun to be around and they are full of energy in every sense of the word, okay? They're in for all kinds of activities. They don't have pain in their hip or high blood pressure. They can go for a hike or dance all night without you worrying of not having a first aid course done, okay? Younger guys mostly don't have heavy problems like ex-wives, kids, a company that's losing clients or something similar. Therefore, their minds are relaxed and carefree.
There is no other age that gives women more opportunities in the dating pool than 40? What is this tat sleeve decades post-war woman smoking? Because it clearly has jacked up Reality for her, sister, the age range where a woman gets the best picks are in her first 5 years of womanhood, between 18 and 23. Men don't bend the knee to a post-war woman's copium demands. Yes, a woman in her youngest adult dating age range can literally date anyone between 20 and 60 because her S&B is at its highest. Not when the post-war grumpy squad want to redefine attraction for men with the advent of video sharing platforms. Then this gem of a copium pusher starts to say the wonders of dating younger men. Okay, apart from the advantages or perks your smashed roast beef would get from a younger jackhammer taking a go at it, what fantasy is she going to spin for the long-term benefits? Don't get me wrong, as I completely get it that it's consenting adults. But let's not act like a middle-aged woman's desire is based on short-term fun. They want a championship ring with all the retirement benefits that come with it. Also, these younger men aren't thinking about anything past target practice and a good time. Look, I can understand the dopium and confidence boost a woman in her 40s gets from being with younger men. They can try to justify having a high SMV by the amount of hot dog that she can get into her hot dog buns. Unfortunately, female SMV metrics are not the same as a man's SMV metric. Getting a lot of something that is easy to get doesn't raise a thing for you ladies. Getting an HVM to put a ring on it does though.
And the cherry on the top is that what one of my friends says, they smell differently, and this is so true. The best part of dating younger guys is that most of them love being around older women because we are too busy to bother them with texting, calling, some kind of expectations, and we're full of unexploited energy which combined with our experience look like heaven to them. We can teach them, guide them, support them very differently than anyone else in their surroundings. So we're both winners in this game. Now, moralists would say that it is wrong, but I couldn't care less about opinions of others, which is another advantage of being a woman in my 40s, and that is not giving a okay. However, there are two tricky things about dating younger guys. One is knowing when to let them go, because we have to be conscious that 20 years younger guys are not there to stay. And the second one, always have condoms on hand, because they can go all the time, and two, because they can go all the time and you can never know who they might be poking before they came to you, right? So in short, don't limit yourself. Explore fully the dating scene, including those.
She's not wrong on the reasons younger men want to unload on an older broad. That is something they will look for. I mean, a man in his early to mid-20s has an older broad keeping him drained, not bugging him constantly, and hitting him up for only fun in and out of the sheets is a great deal. Even this girl will admit that the bulk of younger men will want to sign up for that. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Now, this lady has admitted she doesn't keep younger men around for the long term, and she more than likely rosters them. Hey, more power to her, as she is clear she only wants to be poked by the younger writers. I.e., she detaches her fifis and is only here to pleasure the new writer for the short term. On the flip side of this, most younger men don't want to commit to these types of broads and will eventually want a younger woman to start a family with. It's just biology. Now comes the hard question that women like this usually don't ask themselves, and that is, after doing a hard carousel ride with younger men in her 40s, will the man she would want to marry be turned off with the extra 50,000 miles of body count she just stacked on? It may shock you, ladies, but the higher value men in their 40s and 50s know that older attractive women are rarely celibate. They know you are racking up miles. It's not that hard to see some of it with social media these days. So if at 40 you decide to be a fluid receptacle for men in their 20s, it's just fair for the man in his 40s to treat you the same way and not give you the championship wedding ring. In fact, by that point, your hands may be too sticky for the ring to go on.
Squeeze me? Oh, no, you dick.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.